guys, Debbie here. Today I'm going to be doing a chatty get ready with me. I thought it'd be nice to have a check-in with my no-buy, let you know how I've been doing with that. It's now been a month that I've been doing it for, almost a full month, so thought it would be interesting to talk about the makeup that's tempted me, how I've coped with that, and also to find out from you guys how you've been doing with your no-buys, because I know a lot of you are on them as well. And then while we do that, I thought we could create a makeup look together, because I've got a few things that I want to play with, some of which are a little bit older, some new things, so there'll be some kind of shop my stash in here, but some, as I say, a little bit newer and first impressions for me. Now this one is by Odin's Eye. It's the Alva 2 Mini Forest palette, so intend to play with that today, and that'll be its first outing on my channel. Just never got round to playing with it, and I want to bring some drama into it and a bit of a green wing using the Melt Fortuna liner that came out with the Amore Eterno collection. So that's quite old in my collection really. I've also got a couple of Milk makeup sticks to use, not used those nearly enough, so I want to do that, and a host of other things besides. So yeah, just wanted to be a really informal kind of chatty video. So just grab some makeup, grab a drink and a snack, and just relax with me and let's do some makeup together. So if that sounds good to you, please keep on watching. Okay, I've scooched you in a little bit, guys, and before we get started, I just want to say a little bit about my channel if you're new here. So I do colourful makeup with colourful or dramatic lips, and I'm a little bit older than the average YouTuber, you probably noticed, can't hide that, but I don't let it hold me back in the slightest. And if you're my age or whatever age you are, it really doesn't matter, and you shouldn't let that hold you back either. So I'm here to show you that you can wear whatever you like in whatever style that appeals to you, and whether you just decide to rock that in your bedroom for yourself and you never show the light of day to the creations you create, does that really matter? You know, it's all about having fun and seeing makeup as a bit of an art form, and that's what I started my channel for really, and it's what I aim to inspire you guys to do. So currently, as I said in the intro, on a no-buy, because I've got so much makeup in my collection, I think we all do, and so I want to inspire you to use the things that you have first and foremost. I do get tempted by the new releases as much as anybody else, but we've all got some awesome makeup. It's sparkly powder at the end of the day, we've got a lot of it, so I just want to show you what you can do with it. So if that sounds like something you could vibe with, then I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. But that being said, let's get some makeup on this face. I've already done my base, and I've been doing the same base routine for about a week now. I've been using the Beautifully Light foundation by No7, and underneath it their Skin Illuminator, and then just a very light dusting of their powder, but I'm enjoying the glow. I really like glowy skin and a bit of a fresher kind of look to my skin these days. It definitely is more my style than a matte makeup, and so I thought we could do cheek products together and an eye look together. I've already done my brows, which is always the Hallberg palette, the Infinity palette. So without further ado, I think we should prime the eyes so that we get rid of all of this redness on my lids, which I hate to see, and we'll talk a little bit about my no-buy and what I've been up to. So this product reminded me, because I'm using up the last of my MAC Painterly paint pot, and so I have invested in a new one, because I think whether you're on a no-buy or not, you need the basics, and I think this will last me probably another month, but I wanted to make sure I've got another one coming. But you guys might be proud of me here. So Debenhams in the UK is closing down, and so they've got 25% off all their makeup, so I thought I'll get the MAC Painterly paint pot from them, because I can save a quarter of the cost. It's about, I don't know, 17, 18 pounds. It's not the cheapest product, but they didn't have the Painterly one, and I thought I could either go and buy the Painterly one for full price somewhere else, or I could make do with something else. So I've bought the soft ochre paint pot. Just hope it's going to work for me, but picked that up for £14. But the trouble is with Debenhams at the moment is that nothing's coming very quickly, so it's not here yet, but hopefully this will last me long enough. Alright, I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup bronzing stick. This is in the shade Baked. Products like this scare me a bit. I don't really know how to use it. I've seen people just go and put it straight on, but I think I'm going to go in with a multitasking brush and try and do it that way so that I can keep a bit of control with it. But as I say, I'm not sure what I'm doing, so this could be fun. Actually, I think this is the sort of product that blends really well on your cheeks, and so you can't go too far wrong with it. And it's quite a pale girl friendly colour, this one. There are other colours in it, but I've gone for the one that goes with my ghostly pale skin the best. That's actually quite scary to me because it is quite bronzy, and I don't really do bronzer that much, but it is blending nicely. I have powdered a little bit, which is one of the reasons why I don't use products like this very often, because I get all of my base done and then I go, oh, I want to use some bronzer. Oh no, I've already done my powder. Do you guys do that? So yeah, I think it's okay. I think that's enough though, because I think it's a little bit of a bronzy colour and I'm scared of looking too orange. I'm just going to spend a bit of time just blending that out. When it's pretty natural, I can see why people love it. And it is a matte bronzer, but because I've got quite a bit of luminosity from that illuminizer that's under my foundation, it's still staying quite glowy. Yeah, that was quite easy to apply actually. I'm not hating that at all. I've also got the Milk Makeup blush in the shade Perk, which is the coral one. Wanted this one for the longest time and it was always out of stock. And I buy my Milk Makeup products from Cult Beauty, and got a brand new one, so I've never tried this at all. I'm really excited. It isn't new, by the way, if you're wondering whether I broke my no-buy to get this. I bought this towards the end of the summer. As I say, whenever it's anything to do with cream products, I'm a little bit scared to use them, but I'm going to go in with this certified brush. I do love this for a blush because it's completely flat, so I'm just going to put some on that brush and then see what it's like. That's super pretty. I think these stick formats like this from Milk Makeup last for absolutely ever. They do this in a smaller size, and I probably didn't need one as big as this for the amount of times I'm going to use a cream product. But what I love about creams is that they just kind of melt into your skin. You don't kind of get that line of where like your powder has been applied. So I've bought the paint pot in soft ochre, not got it yet, and when I made that order I ordered a mascara, Benefit Bad Girl Bang, because I can't get on with any other mascara, and because I don't wear lashes I feel like I need a decent mascara. Again, it's, you know, part of the sort of basics that you need to do a look, and I don't feel too guilty buying those kind of basics because mascara runs out or dries up and you shouldn't really use it much beyond about 3 months, so you know, you can't go on a complete no-buy for a year and not replace some things. And it was just unfortunate that my mascara was pretty dried out even at the beginning of the year, so I've made it last as long as I could. Building this up slowly because I didn't know sort of how pigmented it would be, but it's really, really glowy and pretty. It's not that scary at all. It's kind of a bit heavier now and it looks okay, I think. I really like that. And just to intensify that blush, I'm going to go in with the Clown Blush palette. I love using this. Any chance I've got to bust it out. Just really love the packaging and I love the unique shades. And I'm going to use Contortion, the orange, but I'm going to go in really, really light with that. So I'm just literally going to just dip to the pan because it is a pigmented orange. But I just want to kind of intensify that blush just a little bit and kind of set it with that shade. But as I say, I've just literally touched it to the pan and you can see how pigmented that is. And of course it's going over cream, so that makes it even more pigmented, I think. I'm just going to mesh that into the skin a little bit, but I think it's just made it a little bit more intense. It's really pretty. So we're going to go with highlight next, and I don't know if you guys will remember this. This is the Aurora Palette from Anastasia. Got mine in TK Maxx for about £20, so it's very late to the game getting it. I've had it about a year. and I love it because it's got such interesting colours in it. And I want to use this green, this shade Helia, as my highlight, so I kind of tie in the green eye look that I'm going to be doing. But honestly, all of the colours in here work for me and they're so beautiful. This was limited edition and yet it was one of the best ones they ever did, I think. I don't know why they got rid of it. So I'm just going to go with that green just on the top of my cheekbones there. And kind of bring it into where I'm going to have the shadow on my eyes. So that it will tie in the look. Can you see how pretty that is? It's light enough to be a highlight, but it's definitely green as well. You know, I love sparkly highlights and I'm not necessarily all about the natural highlight at all. It doesn't worry me if it's got lots of sparkles or colour, but it is nice that it's actually a highlight. You know, it's really glowy and bright. It's not just a streak of colour on your cheek, it really does highlight you. And that is one intense glow. Again, just going to go in with my big fluffy brush just to kind of mesh everything together. I feel a lot more myself once I've got my highlight on. I think that's another tip for if you're my age, is you need quite a bit of blush and you need some glow and highlight going on just to bring some like youth and flush to your skin, and it definitely works. So we're going in with the Odin's Eye palette next. Odin's Eye are a Swedish indie brand, beautiful Nordic mythology aesthetic to them, and that's the colours in the palette. It's really, really pretty. So I'm going to be using that, and they've got some new palettes coming out. I've seen the picture, I'll pop it up there if you want to have a look. It's one of these like smoked out pictures, like blurred out so you can't see the products, but there's a new palette coming. I really want it, but I haven't used the Alva 2 yet that I bought last year, so there's no way in earth I'm going to buy it because I don't need it, but it's one of the first ones that's really made me go, oh, I really want to get that. And I think it's just the packaging and the aesthetic of the brand, it just really calls to me. But I have bought a palette, so before I put this on my eyes I'll talk about that. So basically, you guys might know if you've been here before that I really enjoy BH Cosmetics, and I bought the Sweet Shop palettes and I got 4 of them. I got the orange sorbet, the bubblegum, the pistachio and the cherry on top. But I couldn't get the cotton candy, so I keep going back to the site to try and get the cotton candy, and it's still out of stock. It says email me underneath, so I think it's coming back. But while I was there, I saw something else. So I got this, guys. So it's the Naughty palette, and in my defence, this was $11, 60% off, and I just couldn't pass that up. And BH have got really affordable shipping. It was $6.99 to the UK and it came super fast. And you can even use the Trenmu code on the sale price items on the site, so that's the top tip for you guys. So it was only $10, so it was, with shipping and customs and everything, £15, which when it was on Beauty Bar I think they wanted £24 for this. So yeah, super good buy. So that's all of the colours in the palette. So it's a festive colour story. I'm not going to be using it today, but do you guys want to see me do a look with it, or shall I wait till next Christmas? I know we're in January, nearly February, but I just could not pass it up for that price, and that's often what strays me off of the straight and narrow, is when I see a sale. But hopefully you guys can forgive me that one, because it's one I've got kind of on my radar in December, and to get it at that price I couldn't say no. What are we going to do today then? I think I'm going to start with that mint shade and run that through my crease, deepen it with the Deer shade. Yeah, we'll start with that and then I'll figure out the rest as we go along. I want to use greenery, the green shimmer in the centre. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm going to take the mint shade on a Kaleidos brush. This one's the S2. And just run that through my crease just to start the look, really. This is the sort of shade I would normally pack over a white base to really get it to pop, but for a transition for this look I think it'll be perfect, as it is. So I'm bringing that almost straight across. It's such a pretty tone. I haven't played with anything kind of pastel and light in quite some time, so it's nice to do that. By the way guys, if you're new from my video with the Kaleidos Makeup Club Nebula palette, welcome, it's lovely to have you. That video did way better than I expected. I had to really rush to get that one done, so I don't know if it's the best video in the world I've ever done, but I filmed that before work in my lunch hour and then quickly tried to get it edited in the evening because I was so excited, but I also thought you guys would want to see it because, as I say, they're having a restock on the 17th of February, so just wanted to get a look at with it and just talk about it, and yeah, I was just really excited for it. So I'm going to be playing with that some more and doing a multiple looks video, but I just wanted to get this video up and, as I say, just talk about my no buy. And I have bought one other eyeshadow palette, and I only bought it yesterday, so today, I'm filming this on Saturday, today is the 30th. Yesterday I was just watching some YouTube and got an email from Colourpop, and totally unexpected, but it said that there would be a very limited restock of the Hocus Pocus palette, the Gather Round Sisters palette. And if you guys have been here a while, you know how sad I was to not get that palette. So I just had to try for it, guys, I just had to, because I love the movie so much, and I just would have kicked myself if I passed up the opportunity. So I did, I got it. So that works out quite dear for me because I just bought the one thing and I didn't manage to get free shipping or whatever. But that again is part of what has changed for me from doing a no buy, because, or we're calling it a low buy, but it is, I wouldn't say it's a low buy as such because I've got no low buy rules. It's just buying as least as possible, really. But that one, it just pulled to me because of the time with the movie and how much I love that so much. And it's something I've wanted for a long time. It wasn't just a kind of impulse purchase, and I think that's what I've learned. It's like to hang back and really think, do you really need this? Do you want it? I mean, I absolutely don't need any eyeshadow, if I'm honest with you, but I wanted that as a collector and what it all is about. So I'm super thrilled to have it. So it's going to take a while because Colourpop takes ages to get here. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 weeks before I get it. But yeah, I'm really excited to have that. Alright, I want to build up a little bit of intensity in the crease, and I'm going to use that Little Deer shade to do it. They're not kind of colours that play together that well, so I don't know how it's going to go. I'm just going to pack a bit of that on the outer corner. Just bring it through the crease a little bit. Just really putting the foundations down for the look, because I'm going to drama things up, if that's an expression, it is now, with the Melt gel liner. I love those gel liners from Melt, and I love the fact that that one has got such a forest kind of vibe to it. It's beautiful. So what I'm trying to do here, as I say, is just add a little bit of a different interest in the look. And it probably is muddying up a little bit because they're not the colours that go together, but I don't really care, if I'm honest. It's fine. I like the shape though that we're creating here. Kind of got a winged out shape going on, but not too much. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I've gotten. So I don't think I'm too bad. So I've basically bought a mascara, an eyeshadow base, and 2 palettes that I really wanted in the first place but couldn't get a hold of at the time. So that's not too bad, is it? And I spent less than £100. I think I probably spent about £80 on makeup, which for somebody with a makeup channel for a whole month, I don't think that's too bad at all. And it's way less, like probably a quarter of what I would normally spend. So let's going to dip back into that mint shade because I just want to make sure that that's still a focus in the look. Well, those colours are playing together kind of better than I thought they would. I've not played with a colour like this minty kind of shade, for a long time. So in terms of temptations at the moment, there's only one product really that I keep watching reviews on and really would like to own, and that's from the Natasha Denona Love collection, the Blush Duo, Blush and Highlight. So it's got that shade Daria in it. I'll pop up a picture, but I think you'll probably know what I'm talking about. But it's that corally pink kind of, and it's cream products. I think it'd be great sort of moving in towards the summer, because that's when I think creams really come into their own. And the packaging with all those like glittery sparkles kind of suspended in water inside. Oh, it's just so pretty. And you guys know, if you've been here before, how much packaging gets me. So I'm really trying hard to resist that. I won't get it, I don't think I'm going to get it, but yeah, it has tempted me. And then the other thing that's tempted me a lot, and I did make a video kind of in tribute to it, was the No7 Cosmetics Iceland Fire and Ice palette, because I love the brand so much, and I know they've got a new release coming in February as well. So I talked about that with my husband, and he said that I can order both of those together and he'll pay for that. So I will be getting those. My birthday's right at the beginning of March, so by the time they come I should have them for my birthday. So you are going to be seeing some new palettes on my channel, just not nearly so many. So we're going to create a wing with this gel liner, and I'm going to be using the EO6 by Sigma, which is the best liner brush ever created in my opinion, because it's so precise. So I'm just going to load up the brush a little bit. I'm just going to figure out where I want to take that, because I kind of don't want it to be a massive wing today. So probably only as far as that. So I'm just going to play you some music. I'm going to whiz through the wing liner process and put a wing this kind of size on both eyes, and if it works out it won't get any bigger than this, and if it doesn't it'll be right out here like it normally is. So yeah, just play some music and we'll do that. Wings turned out okay, and it's not too big, which is what I wanted. Just wanted to wisp it out just slightly, so I've got no additional product on the brush now, just kind of fading that out. That's what's great about gel, you get a bit of time to manipulate it. I also want to use this on the sort of first third of my lower lash line, but I'll swap to a different brush. This one is the EO5 because it's rounded, it's not got that pointed shape. I'm just going to use it like a pencil brush, but with this liner, which I think is what I used this brush for the last time I used it, which is why it's staying green. Green never wants to come off once you've got it on a brush. I'm just going to connect up that wing there. As I say, don't want to bring it in all the way. Going to be a little bit more of a neutral look for me than I usually do. I'm trying to connect it with that wing in the outer corner. And I think it's working quite well. It's always really difficult to talk about anything when you're doing eyeliner. Do you guys use gel liners like this? When I first started doing makeup, I was so scared of these sort of products. Eyeliner in general was such a struggle to do for me. So I would always stick to just a pencil liner. Actually, with small strokes and not too much product, gel is quite forgiving actually, and you can use these as eyeshadow bases as well, so they're great for that. But yeah, that's kind of the effect I was hoping for. And then I want to smudge it out a bit and then use a bit of that mint shade just to blend underneath. I've got a Linda Hallberg 301, it's quite a precise little brush, but I'm just going to use that just to smudge that liner just a slight bit under the eyes. I'm trying to keep things understated and not let them go too crazy, because I can do crazy really easily. But I've been really inspired by Millie from Bad to the Brow. Do you guys watch Millie? I'll leave her channel down below if you don't know who I'm talking about. I'm sure you will. But she does these beautiful looks, but they're controlled. They're not like blown out too much. And I've been really inspired by her looks. I've been watching a lot of her channel lately, and her looks are just stunning. So I'm just going to take a pencil brush from Kaleidos, that minty shade again, and we're going to use a bit of that just to blend underneath, just so that we've got some cohesion in the look between the upper lid and the lower lid. I love those two together, that looks pretty. I'm leaving this inner portion here for shimmer, so that's why I've not gone all the way in. But yeah, I think my makeup style definitely gets influenced by the channels that I'm watching for sure. And I like a bit of everything that I see, and I think I have to adapt it to how I do my makeup, because obviously I'm a lot older than the channels that I watch, but also it's important to keep your own style as well. You can be influenced by others, but yeah, I like to do things my own way. Alright, so I've got a bare piece now to cover with shimmers. So I'm going to go in with NYX Glitter Primer next and prime the portion of my eye that I've got nothing on at the moment. I find using this concealer brush from Sigma is really good for this. Just going to rock my head back so I can get right in there. The shimmer I want to use is that greenery shade, so the half of the split pan there. That's going on the lid. Oh, that's really pretty. That's one of those ultra reflective shimmers that I love. Probably shouldn't have done the wing first, but I just wanted to get the overall shape down, and the wing was part of that, so trying to keep precise and make sure I can get that shimmer in there without getting it all over that wing, but I think I can do it. Super glitzy and pretty, and it goes really nicely with that mint shade, which I wasn't sure if it would. This is not helping my cause for not wanting to buy the Odin's eye palette, because now having tried this, oh, it's so pretty. So what guys have you been tempted to buy? What's speaking to you that you're struggling with and you don't know whether you're going to get it or whether you should get it? I'd love to know. The other thing, there's one more actually, and that's the new palette from Menagerie, because I understand they're going to start shipping internationally with this launch. It's got a beautiful picture of a fruit bat on the front. It looks gorgeous. Can't remember the name of the palette. I'll hang a picture up for you so that you can see that one, but not seen the inside as I film this, so Be really interested to see if it's purples, because if it is purples and aubergine tones, which the front of the palette seems to suggest, they are some of my favourites, so it's going to be difficult again. Alright, I want to use the Breeze shade to the other half of here, kind of in the tiniest little portion there between where we've got the deer shade and where we've got that greenery shade. Not very much space to lay that down, so I'm just going to use a short shader brush just to help me to be precise with that, but I think it's just going to make the difference to blend that greenery shimmer into the deer shade that's the matte. Yeah, I think that helps actually. Right, for the lower lash line here, I don't know which of the two shimmers I've got left to use. I've got this one and I've got this one. I might go with the blue one. I'm going to go with that. So that's called Shine. I've got no glitter primer there. I'm going to spray it. I don't like putting glitter primer so close to my lower lashes. I don't know why. Oh yes, that's pretty. Looks more greeny when it's applied than it might suggest by looking at the pan, which is never a bad thing in my book. I prefer green to blue, as you guys know. Oh, that's such a pretty shimmer. Oh, I'm in love with this little palette. I don't know how many different looks I'd be able to get out of it. Like, I think it is a 1 or 2 trick pony, but what it does really well. It's one of those. Alright, so that's the look to this point. I'm going to hop off camera, put on my mascara and a lip. I hate doing my lips on camera because it takes you ages to perfect the line, so I'm going to just do that and then I'll be back with you with the finished look and to wrap up the video. Okay guys, here's the finished look. I've gone in, as I say, with Bad Girl Bang mascara in the blue, because it's the only decent mascara I have. And I will have another little blue one coming actually, because the set I've bought that I've got on Debenhams with the full size black mascara has got a mini blue and a black eyeliner in it for the same price as what a normal mascara would be, with the 25% discount off that Debenhams are doing. So top tip if you're in the UK and you're looking to get a new mascara. In my waterline I've got Ori Flash from Linda Hallberg, just a little bit of a glitzy goldy shade. Because that green has got quite a gold shift to it, I thought that really worked. And then my lips today are Menagerie's Leo. Just thought a warm caramelly sort of tone would really suit the green on my eyes, and I think it really does. So yeah, I really love how this came out, and this palette is beautiful. It's a lot more cohesive to make a look with than I first thought. Like when I saw these shades, I'm like, how are you going to really do anything that's, I don't know, works together? I wasn't sure that that deer shade would go with that mint shade, but it absolutely does, and it works really well. I mean, you've only got 2 mattes, so that's a little bit limiting, but you've got 4 beautiful shimmers in different kinds of finishes, but that shade, the greenery shade, just stunning. So that surprised me at just how glitzy it is. It's beautiful. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this bit of a chatty get ready with me, trying some old and some new products. I said I was going to be chatty. I wasn't particularly chatty, or not from a life update perspective anyway, but I really haven't got too much going on to really tell you about, I'm afraid. I've been working from home. We're in lockdown 3.0 in the UK. It's been about a month now. We don't know when it's going to end. So I'm going nowhere and doing nothing, and my channel has been my sanctuary. It's been my happy place and my creativity, and so really that's all I've been doing, is filming for YouTube, watching a bit of TV and going for some walks. So really dull and nothing much to tell you about, but I just wanted to sit down and just chill with you guys and just, as I say, check in on my no buy and tell you what I've been up to. So as I say, 4 items. I don't think that's too bad, so I'm quite proud of myself for this month. Going to rein it back even further if I can in February. As I say, I probably will get those 2 Nomad palettes, but I'll have to wait for my birthday to use them. But I don't intend to actually buy anything else, so let's see how well I go. And guys, drop a comment down below if you're on no buy. How's it going? What's been tempting you? Have you been struggling with it, or has it been easier than you thought? For me, it's not been as bad as I expected. I think the makeup releases are coming thick and fast, but most of them I'm kind of like, I've got things like that, I'm not that bothered. There's really not been too much. It's more so the brands that pull to my heartstrings, like Nomad, because I love them so much. They're the brands that I find difficult to resist. I know I find Melt difficult to resist if they bring something new and exciting out. I managed to resist the Blueprint palette because I have the stack, but I'll be in trouble if they bring out something new and original. So, you know, it's the brands that I'm passionate about, that I love. When I see them release something, that's when it gets difficult. But I'm really focusing hard on it. I'm not perfect, and I probably will slip up here and there. So hope you're not mad at me for buying a couple of palettes this month, but super excited particularly to get that Gather Round Sisters Hocus Pocus palette from Colourpop. So we'll be featuring that as soon as it arrives. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and if you're new to my channel and this is your first one of my videos, then welcome. I hope you might consider subscribing before you go. But that being said guys, hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.